Hello everyone, I just wanted to make a little video about how kind of the evolution of a program. This is called string length practice. The purpose of it is to just get a random string, print it out, and have this user check to see, input the length and tell them if they're right or not. So here's the basic outline. Obviously we have the scanner object that asks the question, formal question, and then prints out the random string for the question. Here again, here's a standalone method, which is very useful because, as you'll see in a second, prints that and then allows the user to input the next in and then checks it. If it's the right length, it says good. If not, it says nope. Now let's take a look. Here's this get random string method, which returns a string. So right now I just have a little test string, right? So if we compile that and run it, obviously that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you could test that, right? But this is kind of a gets it to work. Maybe you don't know how to work with the list yet and random numbers and all that. But that's kind of the cool thing, right? So that's version 0. As you see right here, I made little versions and just copy it over in there so that I don't have to rename the class every single time. But I do keep track of it up here. So now here's the cool thing. It's basically the same program. Now let's get random string method again in the same spot. But if you look, I created this array list. You can see you can have a bunch of different strings, and then it's going to use some kind of random process that we'll study later, but it will get us into the, and then again, it returns it. So again, here's a lot of work that goes on, but then it's still that same method. So that, again, this is the purpose and goal of these methods is that we write them and then we can modify them, make them better, and we don't have to change the code, and we don't have to write all that code right in here and make your main method, because the main method, as you see, is just very much the same. Okay. Now to keep going, I decided instead of it just running once, I can maybe have a little more challenge. So version 2 keeps asking the questions until the user gets it wrong. So I put this little while loop, and so the Boolean that I say has failed, so they have false, they have not failed yet. So while they have not failed, it's going to keep running this loop again. I didn't change it all that much. I just added in one extra line of code. And then it's going to keep looping, and we can test it out. I probably should have tested out this one. I'll test it out, make sure, run it a couple times. Jesus, that's 5. Good. Okay, yeah, again, it's nice, but you have to kind of run it 2, 4, 6. Again, you have to kind of run it multiple times. But here, on this version 2, 4 plus 5 is 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Obviously, sometimes random numbers pop up the same. 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7 is 10, 11, and go on and so forth. And let's say I just, get it wrong. No, and then it ends. Okay. Then this version 3, it keeps asking until the user gets it wrong, and it keeps track of the score. So again, all I am doing is kind of adding in little bits and pieces, but the program becomes more and more valuable and complicated. So here's the score, and then if I get it right, then I'm going to put it in there. And again, same structure with the has failed. We'll test it out, and we'll see 3 plus 5 is 8, 9. 3 plus 5, 8 plus 7 is 15, 16, 17. Okay, I don't just make up a random number. Nope, and it tells your score because I had that printout saved. So again, this is kind of a cool way to make your programs better and better, keep improving on them, keeping adding new things, and do keep track of your versions. As soon as you get something to work, what I do is I go into the Explorer, I make a new folder and add the next version and paste it in there. We'll also talk about READMEs and different ways to keep track of your progress. But hopefully that was helpful. You kind of see what the evolution of a program can look like as you're working on your projects. Thanks and God bless.